welcome to the TNR Sports Show. My name's Trennan, and that's Ryan over there. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hi, how you doing?
I've got this cool hoodie on. I feel like a cool guy, but I also feel like a loser at the same time. What do you think?
It's because of the hat. It's because of the hat.
Now, I feel like the hat would look better if I took the hoodie off. Let us see. Oh, yeah, I was 100% right.
No,
I was
it look
completely
better with the
right.
hoodie on. It look better with
Credit
the
to
hoodie
me
on.
for being 100% right. Um, yeah, whatever. Welcome to the TNR Sports Show. My name's Trennan. That's Ryan. We're coming at you live. College football is over, and Ryan is completely depressed, and so am I.
Not over just yet. There's still a little bit more.
The regular season is over. It's all over with the
Yes.
crying. And we are coming down from our, I would call it a high of college football. We've had college football end, and then we had the craziness of the coaching transfer portal thing. The transfer portal is still going very strong, by the way. But we had the crazy. We had Brent Venables to Oklahoma, Brian Kelly to Notre Dame. Oh no, he
From Notre
left
Dame.
Notre
Yeah.
Dame and
To
then
LSU.
went to LSU, where he became the big chicken from Looney Tunes. You know what I'm talking about? Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
I say I do declare I'm down here on LSU trying to recruit these recruits. So we had the Coach O like, hey, I'm Coach O. I'm down here on LSU. Now we got, I do declare I'm down here on LSU trying to recruit these schools. Come and give me some gumbo. I'm gonna get me some gumbo, and I'm gonna go down to old New Orleans, and I'm gonna get me some coffee,
Did you
crawdaddy.
see that Lincoln Riley's trying to he's trying to suppress his drawl a little bit. He's trying to get like a
Like,
California accent.
what's up, dude? Come
Pretty
to
much.
University of Southern California, and we're gonna have a great
It sounds
time.
horrible. It's awful when he tries.
Oh my god. Yeah, he does got that. He does have that little Oklahoma slash like Northern Appalachian accent kind of mix kind of going on there. And he's like, when I was at Oklahoma, we were running the air raid. But Brian Kelly's such a scumbag. I've said it from the beginning. He's foghorn leghorn. If no one's knowing what I'm referencing to here, go watch Brian Kelly at the LSU basketball game where he basically became Foghorn Leghorn. If you do not know who Foghorn Leghorn is, he is the big chicken that goes, I see, I see, I see, I see, I think I saw a rooster or something like that or something. I don't know. You have to go look that up too. If you want to go deeper into that hole, if you have no clue what I'm talking about. But I do declare Brian Kelly is now the head coach of them LSU Tigers. I do declare. Who else we got? Lane Kiffin maybe going to Oregon. Ryan, any thoughts?
I mean, I think it's possible. I think it would make sense. Lane
Oh,
Kiffin,
it would be very funny.
hilarious.
I would
Um,
love it.
he would leave after 2 years too. I mean,
It's almost
classic
it's a
Lane
little
Kiffin.
better than it's a little better than Tennessee. At least he was there for 2 years. Ole Miss never had a
He was
10
only
win
there for
season.
1 year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He was at Ole Miss for a
Tennessee.
little longer. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. But that was the Ole Miss's first 10-win season ever.
And they've won
Arkansas's been
national
bad
champions.
in the years, but we ain't been that bad. They won a
Yeah,
national
I think
championship and win.
like in the 40s.
Oh,
Yeah, 40s or
60s are
50s,
much more
something like that.
respectful,
Yeah.
much
Um,
closer.
I could see I mean, Mario Cristobal left Oregon for Miami. We should probably leave it
I
at
know.
that.
It just enraged Lane Kiffin. He wanted that Miami job so bad.
I'm
He
sure he
wanted to be
did.
down with there with those Florida babes on the beach with his sunglasses, looking at them as they walk past him on the beach.
What
And
what
no,
what's a better job, Ole Miss or Oregon though?
oh my God, Oregon by a long shot.
I don't
Oregon's
know.
still like a 10. I still think Oregon's a top 15 job in the country. The question is why
I don't want it.
coaches from that area have decided to leave to go to Florida. It's twice now it's happened. You had the one dude who went to Florida State. What's his
Willie
name?
Taggart.
Yeah, Willie Taggart. And now you have Mario Cristobal. Now, Cristobal does have connections to the University of Miami. And Taggart, I believe, had connections to Florida State. He might have not have, but I thought he did.
I know he has connections to the state of Florida. I don't know about Florida State though.
Yeah. So, it's hard to say. I still think Oregon is a top 15 job in the country. I really think that.
Yeah,
Name me
I don't.
15 better programs, though. That's what I'm kind of like that.
That's true. I mean, Lincoln has done a good job at Ole Miss.
I
I
mean, you
mean,
could go Oklahoma, Alabama, LSU, Penn State, Michigan, Ohio
Georgia.
State, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Oklahoma. That's
You said
10.
Oklahoma. You said
Oh,
Oklahoma.
that's 9.
Um,
USC.
Wisconsin.
And no, I would rank
Yeah,
Oregon far above Wisconsin.
I'd take Wisconsin.
Penn
Um,
State. Did I say them?
you said Penn
Yeah, Penn
State.
State. Yeah, see what I'm
Ohio State,
Clemson. There's another one. We kind of
Clemson.
forgot.
I'd take Florida State over.
Florida State, probably. Yeah, Florida State, Miami. So you're in that kind of like that. They would definitely be in the
One.
tens, the 10 to
Yeah.
15 range. But still, I think, I think it's a top 15. It's definitely the second best job of the Pac-12. I don't think there's any question about that. You
Yeah,
think
I'll
you
take
think
that.
it's UCLA? Washington, maybe?
I think USC is the best job based on the money that comes into that school, and you have all the resources in the world, literally. They just can't win. It's like Texas; they just can't win.
I think that's going to change now that old Lincoln Riley is there.
We'll
I think
see. Um,
here's what Lincoln Riley's deal is. His ambitions was never to be the guy at Oklahoma. It was never his intention to be the next Bob Stoops. You know what I mean? Bob Stoops is the guy who's going to walk into Oklahoma. He's going to retire. How many 6 years ago was it? He's going to retire, and then Lincoln Riley boots off and leaves, and Bob Stoops is at the doorstep recruiting for the Oklahoma Sooners. He's a legend there. That's just who he is. On the flip of that, Lincoln Riley never wanted to be that. His ultimate goal was to go to the NFL. At the end of the day, that's what he's going to USC for. He's taking the Pete Carroll pathway here. He's going to be
I
at
mean, he had
USC
the
for like
opportunity to
10
go to the
years,
NFL, but
5
he didn't
years.
take it.
I don't know if it was serious conversation though, but after what happened with what's his face over there in Arizona and how successful they are, Cliff
Yeah.
Kingsbury, it is possible. You have to wonder if the Cowboys, if he actually wanted to be an NFL coach, if the Cowboys did come a knocking and he told them no, that'd be very stupid.
I mean, it feels like NFL coaches have come from Oklahoma before in the past too.
Barry Switzer,
Pretty much, yeah.
former Arkansas coach.
It's just been a while because Bob Stoops was there for 15 years or maybe longer. I don't remember. I think it's 15.
He was there since the 90s at least.
Yeah, and the 90s were a disaster in Oklahoma. So
the late 90s though.
Don't want to talk about it. But anyways,
win a national championship in the 90s?
2000. So 99 is when Stoops got hired, and that was the
Who
last.
was the coach before Stoops?
Can't remember. Nobody. There were like 4 or 5 coaches.
I couldn't tell you the coach. I couldn't tell you the coach after Houston Nutt before Houston Nutt. I don't think I know it. I don't think I know.
I know Schnellenberger was the coach at one point at OU during the 90s, and that was horrible. Didn't work. There were like 2 or 3 others, I think, as well, and it was bad. What's happened to Texas now is what happened to Oklahoma in the 90s. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's tough. Now Texas is one. I just don't understand either. Steve Sarkisian is booty. I just don't know. It's confusing, that whole situation. I think Steve Sarkisian needs to change the culture.
I think so too. Once he gets his players in there, they'll be fine.
Yeah. See, the problem with Texas is they had Tom Herman, who was kind of fired impromptu like that. I think it was like in February or something like that.
Just right after their bowl game.
Yeah, after the national championship, right? Because he was part of the Tide of Alabama after they won the Natty.
He had been announced as the head coach before the national championship. I remember that.
Oh, okay. But
he played and coached it.
Hey, there's a culture change. I will reference that video you saw with the Texas coach that was in the A lot of people listen to that video, and I would recommend you go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. It's a video of some player, I guess, recorded of a Texas coach cussing out the players or whatever. As a football guy like myself, I tend to think of that video as a guy who's passionate about what he does. That kind of conversation is not meant to be seen or heard by the greater population. Oh, Ryan, breaking news. I just saw it on my computer. I'm sorry to interrupt. The monkey from Texas has just been named the next head coach at Oregon. I believe her name was Gia.
Okay.
What do you think about that hire?
Makes sense. The monkey will be gone in 2 years, though.
Oh my God, what do you think? You think fired or he's going to get a new job?
Just go get a new job.
It
No
is
one
a
wants
girl,
to
not
stay at
like his.
Oregon. No one wants to stay there.
What do you think he's going to go to Texas to replace Steve Sarkisian once they fire him?
Yeah, probably. He'll
Makes a
probably go to
triumvirate return to
Mike
Texas
Gundy's going to
to buy a
retire. He's
kid.
going to go to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, there you go. That would be appropriate. I just watched that video yesterday. Have you ever seen the video with him? Great
No, I'm
video.
40.
Yeah, I'm a man.
Yeah.
That kid goes to work. He goes to school every day. Does what's right. Y'all bashing him over a dry pass.
Oh man, I'm 40.
I hope you have to go home one day and someone calls your kid name. You have to look him dead in the face and tell him that they're wrong. That's what I had to do just now. I'm a man. Great video. Great video.
It is a great video.
Probably the greatest accomplishment of Mike Gundy's career. He'd never win. I also like at the very end of it, he's like eyeing the guy who wrote the paper article or whatever, because he's looking at one direction. He's not like pacing. So he's looking in one direction the entire time. So I guess he's talking directly to the guy who wrote the article or whatever.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of that whole interview is the 40 guy. I guess it is probably, I'm a man, I'm 40. But this last part, when they all start applauding when he leaves, like, yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the whole.
Like we just got chewed out. I'm on you.
It's also shocking to me that Oklahoma State has done so poorly against Oklahoma. Bob Stoops, what was his record against Oklahoma State?
I don't know what it is good. Like Mike Gundy is 3-14 against Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
And then I don't know what Les
You
Miles'
couldn't get away.
was.
You could not get away with that in South Carolina, boy. If Clemson, Dabo Swinney went 3-14, he'd be gone. He could go probably 3 and I guess he went 4 and what he lost.
He went 1 and like 5, I think. Because he won the first one.
Yeah, because he won the very first one.
And then he lost 5 in a row.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's
I guess you can't.
I mean, Mike Gundy, the reason Mike Gundy, he really encompasses what Oklahoma State is about. Just kind of underdog, like scrappy, whatever.
Yeah, they couldn't. It's kind of like TCU. It's strange that TCU, after Gary Patterson, after all these years, I couldn't see Oklahoma State ever moving away from that. Now TCU did it. I guess anybody can, but I just couldn't. I would be shocked. But
Mike Gundy could have made Oklahoma State Clemson before Clemson. If the BCS hadn't screwed them out of the 2011 national championship, I think they would have won that game because LSU wasn't not legit. But whatever.
The thing with Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State is Mike Tomlin, or they had a good point years ago, the Steelers. I'm a big Steelers guy. And the Steelers were thinking about, or considering, the fans were mad that Mike Tomlin was still the head coach. I don't remember what it was, a couple years ago. And my dad looked at me. He said he read, or maybe he just came up with it himself, but he said, why would you fire somebody you know every team in the country is going to be clamoring for? If you fire Mike Tomlin, the Steelers fire Mike Tomlin right now, he has a head coaching job on Saturday. And today's Wednesday when we're recording. There would be a team that would fire their head coach immediately just to hire Mike Tomlin. And that's the same thing with Oklahoma State. You've got something going. You had improved this year. Why would you fire a guy that every team in the country would be clamoring for? It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
He's kind of like, got, you know.
Yeah. And like, you got to look at Oklahoma State. Like, they don't have the money, the resources, the facilities that Oklahoma and Texas have. But what they do, and Mike Gundy does it very well, is they bring in players they want, the players that they think fit their scheme and their coaching staff and the rest of the group. They build them up for 3 years, and on that 4th year, they're very good. Right. Like next year, they're going to be garbage. They're not going to be good. They're going to be rebuilding. This is what they do. They lost their defensive coordinator. Their entire defense will be gone. Most of their offense will be gone. They're going to be rebuilding. They're not going to be good. But in 4 more years, they're going to be playing for another Big 12 championship. They'll be the only team.
They'll probably own the conference.
Yeah, they'll probably own it at that point. You think, but
who knows? What BYU's been pretty good. I think the Big 12's getting some great additions.
Oh, I do too.
Underrated.
Yeah.
BYU, Cincy, Houston.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? SMU?
Yeah.
Oh, UCF?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great additions. Those are all good. No
Houston,
bad.
Houston's very under.
I just don't think Houston went. I mean, Houston is one loss, one bad half away from Texas Tech being in the exact same conversation Cincinnati was in.
Yeah.
If they would have won that game at Texas Tech at the beginning of the season, Cincinnati and Houston would have been there battling for that top spot.
Yeah.
It didn't work out like
Well,
that.
actually, I don't know.
I think Cincinnati was much better, but
I think they would have, because
obviously.
Cincinnati's been undefeated for 2 straight years outside of the bowl game against Georgia. I think that's why they got in. Is because they won so many games in a row. Houston doesn't have that.
They got in. There's a
They got
great
in, but
thread
like
last night.
Cincinnati was undefeated last year and they didn't get in.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, UCF's been undefeated twice. They didn't get in.
True. There was a great thread last night. Kirk Herbstreit decided that he was going to go to war. I don't know what his deal was last night, but he tweeted something like, "You little bitchin' babies, where you at? You little bitchin' babies, you ain't in my DMs, you ain't in my mentions, asking me why Cincinnati can't get in the playoff. They finally got in the playoff. Y'all ain't complaining no more." And he kind of got roasted, as he deservedly should. I would bet, and I tweeted this out, we got a lot of traction. I would put a lot of money, a large wager, that if Oklahoma State would have won their game this past Saturday, they would have made it in the playoff over Cincinnati.
I can see that.
I don't know if it would have won. I don't know if they would have actually done that. I believe in my heart of hearts that if it came down to it, they would have rather had Oklahoma State play Alabama than Cincinnati. But it didn't work out that way.
I mean, honestly, I would too. If Oklahoma State had beaten Baylor, I mean, that's a good team. I mean, they've played pretty good. I mean, they have the one loss against, I think it was Iowa State. They beat Oklahoma. They beat Baylor twice. Well, they would have beaten Baylor twice. Beat Boise State. Okay win, sure. They beat Texas and Austin. I mean, Cincinnati's claim to fame is they beat Notre Dame and South Bend, which is a
Didn't look bad by the end of the season. Not a bad look.
Not a bad
they
look.
They did go 11-1.
It's a very good win, but would it have been better than beating Baylor twice in Oklahoma?
No, probably not. That's the thing with Cincinnati. They actually play Ohio State next year, I think.
Oh, really?
No, they play Arkansas. Duh.
Cincinnati does?
Yeah, Cincy plays Arkansas first game of the year.
Oh, I know Liberty plays.
A little Southwest Classic. I'm just kidding.
Really fun.
No, but yeah.
I know Bama plays Texas. I'm excited for that one, honestly.
Yeah, oh my God. That's going to be a disaster. Ohio State plays somebody. Oh, Notre Dame.
Yeah, and Notre Dame's got to play Clemson, too.
Woo, what a schedule.
Yeah.
A little upgrade this year. I mean, Marcus Freeman's going to have a fun first year there. I wouldn't be surprised Notre Dame wins that game over Ohio State. Then it comes down to the end of the season. Ohio State's going to lose another game randomly, and they'll be out of the playoff.
I think Ohio State's going to be one of the two teams that has a really good shot to win Natty next year.
Oh, God. What do you think about Quentin Ewers?
I think he's just in it for the money. Like, he doesn't.
What a money guy.
Like,
where do you think he's going?
Okay, you're going to sit one more year behind C.J. Stroud, who's a fantastic quarterback.
He can go somewhere and stand now, though. I kind of get it.
You already have. He has over $1 million for not even playing a game. I think he's played like 3 snaps. You already have $1 million, and you just got to wait one more year, and you're the guy. And you have everything around you at Ohio State to win a national championship. That team was good. They just added probably a top 3 defensive coordinator to their staff. They just poached Jim Knowles from Oklahoma State.
Sure.
That's wonderful. You're going to have a great defense. You're going to have a great offense. Henderson's a true freshman. And Smith and Jigba, I think he's a redshirt freshman or sophomore.
He's a freshman, straight up, I think.
He might be a sophomore because I remember him playing last year in the COVID year.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe the COVID year. Because of the COVID year, he's still a freshman.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, why are you leaving? And like his favorite right now is Texas Tech.
He wants to be the guy, though. He wants to be the guy.
he wants to go. He wants to play in the state of Texas. So his top three, I think, is Texas, which I don't think he's going to go to because Sarkeesian, I think, has his guy. They're bringing in. He got
Archie
something.
Manning.
I don't think they're getting him. They got Malachi
Where do
Nelson.
you think he's going?
Or no. Arch Manning.
You don't say Oklahoma, I'll bitch slap you.
I don't think.
You think he's going to Georgia?
I think it's Georgia or Bama.
Oh God. I couldn't even. No, not Alabama. If you send him to Georgia, Kirby won't even start him. Kirby will be like, no way.
I know.
Kirby will be like, I would rather die than start Kirby. I'm the better quarterback here. He would start
Right.
Stetson.
I don't want to win a national championship. I am a sleeper agent for Nick
So
Saban.
I saw a post today on Twitter. You know how fan bases are.
Mhm.
Apparently, JT Daniels and Kirby Smart are beefing, and that's why he hasn't started. So I think back in like October or something, the doctor or whatever said he was good to go, and then his family doctor said he wasn't good to go, and Kirby got mad because he thought he was kind of pushing it too far or something, and they got mad at him because they didn't feel like he was caring about player safety, and they got in fight with each other, and they've been beefing this whole time, and that's why they haven't started. And they said, and the Georgia fan said, it's Stetson Bennett or bust. I was like, oh no, Michigan big. Michigan
Yeah,
fans
I
are
would just
licking
if
their
I was Kirby
chops.
Smart, if I'm
Put your
Kirby Smart,
pride
I'll
away
swallow
for a
my
minute.
pride.
Put your pride away for a couple minutes and let Stetson Bennett, oh, not Stetson Bennett, let JT Daniels get his ass out there and win you a national championship.
Yeah,
Because you
two
ain't
games.
winning one with Stetson Bennett, is
You're
said.
not. You're like you got to play two of the best teams in the country.
Two of the best defensive teams in the country,
Oh,
too. Not
Michigan, and
defensive.
then whoever
Michigan's good
wins.
defense.
Yeah,
And then
Michigan, whoever
Alabama's
wins
kind of
Bama,
good.
Bama's gonna win it. And we know what we
Oh, my
you
God.
know you might have a good shot at beating Michigan because I think that Georgia defense is going to suffocate Michigan. Like let's just be
That's
honest.
true.
But we know the result of Alabama playing Georgia. Stetson Bennett is 0-2 against them. He's thrown like 5 or 6 picks in those 2 games. Awful. You're not going to win a national championship, Stetson Bennett. Swallow your pride. Let JT Daniels start 2 games. Let him go off to the NFL. You're done. You got Brock Vandegrift behind him. Start him. End of story.
Yeah. I was looking for that guy. Do you know that one guy's name? Probably don't even know what I'm talking about. It was the Alabama football player that everybody is talking about so much. Um, oh my God, he's in Alabama. Williams. Oh my God, I gotta find this guy's name real fast.
The running back?
No, it's a defensive player that's really good.
Oh, Will Anderson.
Will Anderson, yeah. So, fun fact about Will Anderson, he's got better stats than that Aiden Hutchinson guy.
I know he should be in the Heisman.
They just don't talk about. See, I heard a thing about Alabama the other day that was kind of crazy. Now, the offensive players have shined currently, but Alabama players have always been kind of not about them, which is weird. So I'll kind of give you a point of reference here as well. I've always thought Baker Mayfield was, I know you're going to hate this, was always about Baker Mayfield. Kyler Murray was kind of about Kyler Murray. Robert Griffin III was about Robert Griffin III. Joe Burrow was absolutely about Joe Burrow. He's a scumbag. Alabama players and Alabama in general has always been about the collective, the entire group of people playing the game, right? So it's not about Mark Ingram or Trent Richardson or Devontae Smith or Jameson Williams or John Mechie or whatever bum they had over the years. You know what I'm saying though? Like it's always about the collective with Alabama. Sure. My God, Devontae Smith was very good last year.
Well, they
and he
know
was talked
Bama.
about quite heavily, but it wasn't like Devontae Smith is this spectacular star who everybody loves and people love him and loving him. No, He just was a very talented wide receiver, and he deserved to win the award. He didn't talk outlandish. He wasn't. It's about Alabama at Alabama.
Well, I
It's
think Nick
not about the
Saban
name on
would
the back
kill
of the
one of
jersey.
them if they did that. That's the problem. That's why they don't say anything because they know that Nick Saban would straight up murder them if they said anything like that. If they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm the best. We're going to crush Georgia," Nick Saban would literally get a bottle of rat poison and pour it down their throat.
At Alabama, I just said this, but I want to make
That's his
sure
whole
everybody
thing.
heard it. At Alabama, it is not about the name on the back of the jersey. It is 1000% about the name on the front of the jersey. I don't think they have the name on the front of the jersey, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's not about you. It's about Alabama. And it's not like that a lot of places, you know. It wasn't like that in Arkansas this year. It wasn't like that in what's another good team? It definitely wasn't like that in Oklahoma. Good Lord. Wasn't like that in it was
In
kind of like
Georgia,
that in Georgia.
yeah, that Jordan Davis guy's getting a lot of attention,
Yeah, but
and
I
they
wouldn't
they've been
say it's
cocky
like
about that defense too. They've been cocky about that defense.
that's true. What's another one? Florida, Anthony Richardson. Trying
Ohio
to think of
State
the
was kind of
players.
cocky for a little
Kyle,
bit.
the dude at Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett. I couldn't name you
Yeah,
one person on Pittsburgh's team other than him.
Addison.
Addison Ray.
No, the wide
You know who
receiver.
that is?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Oh, okay, cool. What about what's another person? Ritter at Cincinnati. But what my point is, my overall point is, it's not about all these Heisman winners they've had. Eddie Lacy, remember him? Um, oh, what was that one? Trent Richardson, the guy that's
Yeah.
in Tennessee that's hurt right now. What's his name?
Oh,
You know,
Tennessee.
y'all running Tennessee Titans running back.
Oh, oh my
Oh my
gosh,
God.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, oh my God. We the best
Blanked.
which is ironically, he was good at Alabama, very good. But he wasn't he not did he win the Heisman?
Yeah,
He did?
he did.
I don't really remember him. That's crazy. Arkansas must have been bad.
He was there. I think his last season was 2015 when they won the national championship
Against who? Clemson?
against Clemson. That was Jake Coker's year.
Oh, Jake Coker, what a scumbag he was.
Right.
So Derrick Henry was there long. Wasn't it him and Trent Richardson at some point?
Probably
Oh,
they all. I know. I think
that
Trent
would be
Richardson was
tough.
there. Trent Richardson was there, I believe, with Mark Ingram. Actually,
Yeah, at the end of Mark Ingram's span.
I don't know if he played with Henry. If he did, Henry would have been like a freshman
Was
probably.
it Derrick Henry and Eddie Lacy?
That sounds more
I think
accurate.
probably Eddie Lacy was older and Derrick Henry followed behind him.
There were a ton. There was like Scarborough.
There are so
It
many.
was really good. There's that. What was that guy?
PJ Yeldon or something like that. He was
Yeldon.
one of them.
There's the guy who went to Tennessee Vols, and now he's with the Saints. What's the
Kamara?
Saints? Huh?
Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, he was there.
Whew,
Um,
that's crazy. I didn't know he was actually there. I only know him as a Tennessee guy.
yeah, he transferred. He couldn't
That's
beat
insane.
out.
He's like one of the best running
That's
backs in the
insane.
NFL.
I mean, that they
That's
have
crazy
so
town.
many. What's the Josh Jacobs? He was there. Like Kevin Harris.
Then you want to talk about the running backs too. You want to talk about like not the running backs, the wide receivers: Devontae Smith,
Oh,
Jamison
Julia
Williams, John
Jones,
Mechie, Julio Jones. There, Amari Cooper.
Ray Cooper,
There's probably more. I'm just not thinking of them at the time. That
Ruggs.
the guy in Tampa Bay, the tight end. You know what I'm talking about? The guy
Oh,
who caught the like game-winning touchdown against Clemson. Sick.
I don't remember that game very well.
Oh, I remember it. But yeah, that guy down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they have a couple tight ends. I mean, their wide receivers have been incredible. Their recent quarterbacks have been phenomenal too. I mean,
All three are very successful. I know they get a lot of slack in the
even
NFL.
AJ McCarron. I mean, he was pretty good too. I
He's
mean,
still in the league, I'm pretty sure, as a backup for
yeah,
somebody.
he's
But
not.
you think about it, Matt Jones is now their number one team in the NFL. And then you got old Tua Tagovailoa,
Tua
the hottest team in the
Hurts.
NFL. And then Jalen Hurts was hurt, but he's been pretty good this year too. He needs a good scheme around Jalen Hurts. It's kind of like Tim Tebow, because Tim Tebow needed a scheme around him to succeed in the NFL. So did Jalen Hurts.
I think if you
But
switched
Jalen
Hurts and
Hurts is
Tua,
much better than Tim
it would be
Tebow.
much better.
Say what?
if you traded Jalen Hurts and Tua, like Hurts goes to the Dolphins and Tua comes to the Eagles, I think it'd be better
I
for
think
them.
Tua's succeeding pretty good. They're like the hottest team
No,
in
he's
the league
doing well, but I think Jalen would succeed more there, and I think Tua would succeed more with the Eagles.
because there was a time in the early Alabama history where their quarterbacks were kind of like, Greg McElroy was like,
McElroy.
I don't even
Oh, what
think
was the
AJ
guy before
McCarron.
McElroy? Well, what was his
Oh, I was
name?
before my time. I didn't watch college football in that
He went
age.
to he was a backup at Atlanta for a couple of years. I can't remember his name.
Matt Castle.
He, John Parker, I think was his name.
No, yeah, that was before my
He
time. They didn't
was
win a national championship till Greg McElroy, I believe.
no, yeah, he went to the SEC championship
That
game,
really
lost
tells
to
you
Tebow.
something, man. Because I was looking at the other day. I mean, think about all of, you want to get started on something crazy on Alabama. Think about the defensive players that have rolled through there.
Mm,
There are so many. I couldn't even name half of them.
yeah,
And I know a good bit. Like I was thinking, Devontae Hightower, Minga Fitzpatrick for the Steelers, that Jets off defensive lineman, like
Quinlan Williams, right? I think
I
is his
don't know,
name.
like big baby something. I don't know. He's big
Yeah,
old baby face motherfucker. It's just crazy how many of them are actually. Um, there's so many I can't
it
even.
was that guy Trayvon Diggs too, of all the interceptions of the Cowboys this year. He was there. I
It's
mean, yeah, I mean,
crazy the talent that's
I think
there.
you can literally look at. I would imagine you could probably look at every NFL team, and there's a Bama defender on it. I bet you could. You could
You
find one.
probably could. Yeah, you probably could. I'll
I
tell you
bet.
one thing though. Also, one last talk before we get into this bowl game talk. Um, I want you to realize how good that Clemson 2018 team was. I was thinking about it the other day.
They
So
all
I
got
was in
drafted.
my I was in my car watching highlights and stuff, of the
As you should in
Clemson
your car.
glory. Yeah, I was depressed. I was on break at work. I
Okay.
was watching Clemson highlights and I was like, man, Clemson was pretty good. And they had Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne,
T.
Tavia
Higgins.
Feaster, who transferred to South Carolina, scumbag move by him. T. Higgins, Justin Ross,
Mm-hmm. Hunter
uh,
Renfro.
Hunter Renfro, who is very good.
Very.
I don't
I think
think
he's the best
people
out of all three of them, honestly.
I don't think people realized when he kind of came around how good he actually was. He looks like one of those guys that in practice, this is a thing. So in practice, there was always football players who would just be terrible. They were awful practice players, but you knew when they got in that game, they would just turn it on. And he
Did
just looks like one of those guys.
well, did you know
I'm sure he works
his
hard, but
story? Like, he had like a, I think it was like his first practice at Clemson as a walk on when he was a walk on. The players thought he was a water boy, and so they kept
oh,
coming up to him and they were like, "Give us water." And he'd be like, no."
oh, that's funny. All right. I just wanted to point that out. Deshaun Watson, no Trevor Lawrence. Deshaun Watson was not there.
Yeah, and
Cleveland
all the
Farrell,
defenders.
plays for the Oakland Raiders. Big old what's his face butt grabber. What was his name? Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, you knew what I was talking about. Butt grabber.
Yeah, I know who that was.
All right. So we're not going to do a full bowl preview here because the episode is going. But I want you to take your top 5 bowls and have them selected. I do not have them selected either, but I will go first because I have an idea of what. It doesn't have to be. Did you put? I doubt it. No, you didn't. All right. Find a list of all the bowls, and I want you to find a list of all the bowls, and we're going to pick our favorite bowl names. But first, we're going to pick our favorite top 5 matchups. So you look that up while I am picking my top 5 matchups,
I was just
and
gonna
we'll
pull
go
up
from there.
ESPN.
So yeah, I want bowl names like the Cheez It Bowl, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, that kind of stuff. All right, so let me look through these. Obviously Arkansas, Penn State, in the Outback Bowl. That's going to be one of them. I think we're going to win, and I think we're going to win big. There's a difference between a team that wants to be there and a team that doesn't be there. Illinois had Arkansas and Penn State are the same record, but totally different seasons. Penn State lost every big game they had. They even lost to Illinois because they suck. Um, Arkansas, on the other hand, lost 4 games, but they were all the massive teams, other than Auburn. Ugh, won't even talk about that. But that's obviously one I am planning. I don't know if my family's going to listen to this far in the episode. I haven't told them yet, but we're going to host a party, and I am going to order on New Year's Day, Outback Steakhouse for the whole family. I'm gonna put in a catering order like 2 weeks beforehand. I'm gonna be like, hey, I would like on January 1st in the morning to come pick up a platter to watch. I don't even know they open that early. They might be closed. What? How
Well,
am I supposed to order Outback?
if you wait till the end of the game, you can get a free whoever wins. It depends on who
That's,
wins. You get free things from Outback.
yeah, but you have to have a ticket to the game. I'm not going.
You do? I thought you just got free.
Yeah, you need a
Onion.
ticket to the game or something like that. I thought. Oh, either that or it's just only available in Arkansas. I live in South Carolina. I'm not going to be able to get a blooming onion in Fayetteville, Arkansas, or Hope, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm not going to be there to get a blooming onion. Oh my God, I get a little riled up. Ryan, I tell you what. Another fun fact: Arkansas hasn't won a bowl game in 5 years.
I haven't been to a bowl game in 5 years.
Missouri, that's true. Missouri hasn't won a bowl game in 6 years. And rounding out the SEC, Vanderbilt hasn't won a game in 7 years. Sad. What do you think about that, Ryan? Does that make you sad?
So sad. And that's proof.
So
Just because you're in a good city doesn't mean you're going to get recruits.
exactly. Clemson, Iowa State. That's another line. First of all, Clemson is going to destroy them, man. It's going to be a slaughter. Now, Clemson can score. That's the big question. I think defensively they are going to be pretty stout. Ryan, they're going to have their new defensive coordinator in there calling the plays. You got to have faith in this squad. They're not losing anybody, really.
I think Andrew Booth's already
Who?
Andrew Booth.
I don't know who that is. He's a freaking loser. He's transferring?
Best of thing. I think he's opting out.
Yeah, he's a loser. What a loser. I don't even know who that is. As long as KJ.
Be a first round draft pick, so
there you go. Clemson, Iowa State. I would put them. North Carolina, South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Blowout.
All right, we got what else do we got? Wake Forest at Texas A&M is interesting. I think Texas A&M gonna blow them out. You don't think it's interesting?
No, it's gonna be a blowout.
By A&M, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
UGA Michigan, definitely a big one for me. I like that Oklahoma State Notre Dame game. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And Baylor Ole Miss, but if Lane Kiffin actually goes to Oregon, Kansas. Oh, I thought that said Kansas versus LSU. I was about to flip on my lid. I was about to say, no way the Kansas Jayhawks made a
bowl. The Les Miles Bowl.
But there you go. Those are my top 5 or whatever, how many bowls I selected. Ryan, go through yours as I pull up this bowl list. Where did you go by chance? ESPN?
ESPN. I think the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl is my favorite name. Just because why would you name a bowl after Jimmy Kimmel? I don't know. I'm really excited for Ole Miss Baylor. I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I'm also kind of looking forward to Georgia Michigan. I guess it's a playoff. I don't know if it's technically a bowl, but I think that is the best playoff matchup. I think Bama's going to crush Cincy. So I'm looking forward to the Michigan Georgia. I think it'll be a fun game to watch. I'm very interested in Pitt Michigan State in the Peach Bowl.
Ooh. That's really also going to be good. Kenny Pickett's going to carve that passing defense.
Kenny Pickett carving up that horrible Michigan State.
He wants that too. He might have would have opted out, to be honest with you. But he's looking at that matchup being like, this is a good opportunity for me to take it to a good team that has a terrible pass.
Get drafted by
a great NFL team.
And I think Michigan State will carve up Pittsburgh's okay run defense. But, and then I do think Clemson Iowa State will be a pretty good game. It's a pick 'em right now, which is kind of fun. Iowa State likes to rush 3 all the time, and then they back up like all their players. So Clemson's not going to pass the ball at all. They're just going to run the entire game. DJ will it'll be like the South Carolina game, doesn't pass. Yeah. And then I think lastly, I'm going to take UCLA and NC State.
Wow, no respect toward the Arkansas Razorbacks.
I think that'd be fun. I mean, I think y'all are going to blow out Penn State. That's why.
You don't like the Arkansas Razorbacks in the Outback Bowl? You're just jealous you're not having an Outback.
I said I think y'all are going to blow out Penn State.
You're just jealous you're not having a nice blooming onion with me.
I don't think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I just like it because Arkansas finally in a bowl.
There you go.
My grandpa is taking off of work to go to the bowl game, and that should tell you all you should need to know because he didn't take a day off for my own birthday. So he doesn't listen to this anyway, but I just want to point that out.
Is he gonna take you?
No, he's taking a day off to watch it at
I
home.
know. Is he gonna take you too, though?
What do you mean? Take me to his house?
To the game?
No, he's not going to the game. He's not going to the game.
What a fake fan.
He's 70 something years old. Give the guy a break. Jesus. How old are your grandparents?
I mean, he's working. They're in their 80s. He's working.
Yeah, see?
If
Yeah.
he's
He
working,
works at Walmart as a greeter.
yeah, then he can go over there and greet all the Arkansas fans.
Oh, get out of here. Whatever. You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm
All
on
right.
your side.
Listen to these bowls. I'm going to actually read off this list of goofy bowl names, which one I think are very funny and which one I think are very campy. All right, here we go. The Cotton Bowl. That's fine. The Orange Bowl's fine. The Natty's fine. You know, it's called the National Championship. Very creative with the name there. The Sugar Bowl, the Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl, all pretty normal. Here we go. This is when things get weird. The Texas Bowl. What do you think about that, Ryan? That's a fine bowl.
Very original, I guess. Yeah.
The Citrus Bowl, different from the Orange Bowl. There is no Orange Bowl. Oh, yeah, there is. So there's two orangey flavored, citrus flavored bowls. What do you think about that?
Okay with it. I mean, it's been like that for a very long time.
I think the Citrus Bowl is kind of new, isn't it?
That's been around forever.
Oh, okay. The Outback Bowl name. Not who's in it, just the name. It's obviously sponsored by the restaurant Outback. We're going to a land down under.
Yeah.
You like that name or what? Do you like blooming onions, Ryan?
I do like blooming onions.
I haven't had one in years. I feel very nasty after eating one. It's one of those things you go to Outback and you just feel like a bad person when you leave because you
I just go to Outback and eat the free bread and leave.
You get greased up at Outback. You know what I'm talking about? Like you just
Yeah.
feel greasy after you leave. You feel like your hands got a film on them. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
All right, the Arizona Bowl, the Barstool Arizona Bowl. I need a game with the actual sponsors in it because it's important to have the sponsors. College semifinal, the Orange Bowl, Peach Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl. I'm trying to see if this has. Damn it, this one doesn't have it either. I need the list of sponsors because the sponsors would make it funny.
They're on ESPN. I don't know.
I'll find it eventually.
Maybe they just don't. What are you on?
I'm on like every the Boca Raton Bowl, the Celebration Bowl, the New Mexico Bowl.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Hey, what? So it is on ESPN. What you look up? List of all bowls, ESPN.
It's just on the scores.
Oh, okay.
Want me to read them off for you?
No, hold on. I got it. It'd be funny
Right.
if I do it because I'm more goofy like that. Scores. What did you go to? Bowl season? Is there a bowl season tab?
I just went to NCAA football.
Yeah, and then bowls. Okay.
Bowl scores, bowls, and then FBS.
All right, you got the Bahama Bowls. You got the tail. I gotta get a little closer.
Tail greeter.
Tail Greeter Cure Bowl, the Roof Claim Boca Raton Bowl, the PUBG Mobile New Mexico. You know what PUBG is?
Yeah.
It's like a grown-up version of Fortnite for all you listeners out there. The Radiance Technology Independence Bowl. The Linden Tree Bowl. Ooh. The Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. Oh, God, that sucks so bad. Jesus. The R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. The Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Tax Act. You'll find that if we keep scrolling here, there are 3 bowls sponsored by Tax Act. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. That's a perfectly fine bowl name. Very appropriate. There needs to be a potato bowl in Idaho. That just feels right. And it needs to be blanketed in snow and it needs to be like 15 degrees. That's just the way it is. That's a perfect potato growing weather. The Tropical Smoothie Cafe Fiasco Bowl or Frisco Bowl. Whatever. Both are cool. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Ooh, Missouri, a big armed forces school. The Frisco Football Classic. Frisco. What is Frisco? Is that the lard that comes in the can? I'm talking about.
City in Texas.
Oh, okay. So what is the lard that comes in the can? You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
There's like it's a blue can. It's got like lard in it. I don't know. Look it up.
Wrong person.
The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. God, these names suck ass. Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. Fun fact: Hawaii made a bowl game technically because they were 6-7, so they got 6 wins. That bowl, the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, was created just so Hawaii could actually play in a bowl game because there were no other bowls. And Memphis didn't get an invite, so they were selected. There you go. How about that, huh?
Crazy.
You got the tax. Oh, another tax act. Tax Act Camarilla Bowl. You got the Quick Lane Bowl. Ooh, the Quick Lane off to Oregon tonight. The Military Bowl presented by Peraton. Okay. Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. You got the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Ooh. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl. That's very appropriate. I think it's all. I've never seen the Liberty Bowl not under the AutoZone name. I don't think I've ever I don't know if they what I would do if they changed it. The San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl. Jesus, I wouldn't attend that. Good Lord, how much money they got in San Diego that credit union can name a bowl after them? That's crazy. You got the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Oh, what's
Fancy.
the guaranteed rate there? You got the Cheez It Bowl. Great bowl. Great bowl name. Clemson is in it. I just like the name though. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. So do you think it's a company or the paste that you get with your sushi?
Well, the Fenway Bowl it's called Fenway Bowl because it's in Fenway Park. Wasabi? It's just wasabi. It's just wasabi.
Do you think
Is
it's
it a restaurant?
it's a no, it's a green paste. You spread it on your sushi or whatever.
So
It's a
wasabi
company.
is
I knew
a
the answer already.
company.
It's actually a company that makes like wasabi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew the answer already. I just wanted to see what you thought about it. The New Era Pinstripe Bowl, great bowl name. I'm a big fan. Very smooth, just like the Yankees uniform, smooth. That's in Yankee Stadium. The Valero Alamo Bowl, ooh, Oregon, Oklahoma. Duke's Mayo Bowl. Whoever wins, if the head coach decides to take a Gatorade bath of mayonnaise, they will donate money to the cause or whatever.
The Mayo
To a
Con.
cause. So yeah, the Duke's Mayo Bowl is going to donate like $20,000 or something to the school's charities of choice. Tennessee Purdue, the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. I'm gonna skip over that because I'm gonna make a bad joke that's gonna get me canceled. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That's perfectly fine. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. What is that, man? This stuff sucks so bad. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Tony the Tiger's Sun Bowl. I feel defeated after reading that one. I don't know if I can continue.
Yeah.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. They're doing some very funny stuff. You know, everybody knows I'm a Barstool guy. There's the flag. I didn't get rid of it. It's still hanging. I just kept my big head in front of it. But everybody knows I'm a big fan of Barstool, right? So they're doing some pretty funny stuff. They're trying to get Brent Musburger as the announcer. Apparently, the Bulls can choose who they want as announcer. Brent Musburger, Dan, and President Dave Portnoy are going to be the announcers. You know who Creed is? With arms wide open. So they're the halftime show. Scott Staff, the lead singer of Creed. They're going to try to recreate the NFL Cowboys opening, from a couple of years. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that video? I'll send it to you tonight if you haven't seen it.
Right.
Creed Thanksgiving. Look it up on YouTube, Paul. It's very funny. And I spoke out, and I just made a smack. Come on, let's go there. And sorry, I'm sorry. You got the college football playoff semifinal presented by Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. You had the Orange Bowl. You had the Outback Bowl, like I mentioned. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl.
It was better when it was the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. That made sense.
Yeah, I feel like a fiesta, tortilla chips. Yeah, no, I agree. The Vibo Citrus Bowl. What is that? Vibo? What is Vibo?
Verbo. It's like a Airbnb, I think.
Oh, it's not Vibo. Sorry, my eyesight's not that great. You got the Rose Bowl presented by Capital One Venture X Card. Kind of an update there for them. The Allstate Sugar Bowl. I think Allstate, if they know what they're doing, has to do that for the rest of time.
Yeah. It's always been the Allstate.
Could you imagine being the tax stacked Sugar Bowl? I might. The SEC would abandon it. They would go make their main game the Cheez It Bowl. Uh, that's what I think they should do. The Tax Act Texas Bowl. So 3 Tax Act bowls, Ryan. I promised you 3. Out of all those, I know what my favorite name is. What is your favorite name?
I love the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. I think
I
it's
hate that so
stupid.
much. My top one hated one is the Kimmel Bowl, but very close is the Tony Tiger's Sun Bowl. I
I mean,
hate
could you
that one.
imagine winning that and putting that in
Jimmy
your YouTube cabinet that you
Kimmel.
won the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl?
I've never watched one episode of Jimmy Kimmel before. He does do the funny mean tweets. I do think that's very funny. You just know that little guy, his little partner there, is going to be have a big impact on that game. A very stupid impact. They're probably going to run him out on the field at 3rd down or something like that just to make everybody mad. My favorite bowl, by far, my favorite bowl name is the Duke's Mayo Bowl, by far, because that is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. See, the problem is they're going too far with the Tony the Tiger Bowl. If you wanted to go Frosted Flakes Bowl, I would kind of understand it. But this is just too much. This is getting out of control,
Like,
people.
you're not even named it after your brand. It's your mascot.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger, the Sun Bowl. It doesn't make any sense. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. So stupid. First of all, Belk used to be the owner of that bowl. I thought the Belk Bowl felt good off the tongue.
Yeah.
The Duke's Mayo Bowl. I would do any. I wish Arkansas. We had to be like 6-6, 7-5 to go to that bowl, which I do like being 84, 9-3. That will be nice, but I want to see Arkansas in that bowl one day. I get I want perfection every year, but it would
Maybe
be
they'll get
very
like
funny if
the
I could
Duke's
go.
Mayo opener or something like that one day.
Yeah, what we should do is have Duke's Mayo poured all over the winner. I think they should do that. Mac Brown would die of a heart attack. I mean, he would be dead on the field.
I think
Shane
you
Beamer
more
would
Gatorade
Shane
on
Beamer
football.
would start eating it.
Like, oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, start stuffing it in his mouth, throwing it on all his players. Mac Brown would get a heart attack and die. That would be the 2 options there.
Yeah.
So good for the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
I mean, it sucks for South Carolina. They got to lose to 2 ACC teams in a row.
I think they probably will win. South Carolina has no ability to move the football at all, even against a bad defense. Sam Howell is still pretty good.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
had,
opted out.
Sam Howell gotten a lot of crap this year. Good quarterback.
I mean,
He's been
UNC
pretty
would
good
probably be
considering
like
how much they
3-9.
lost. Considering how much they lost, not been bad. I'll be honest. What are you gonna do?
They've been
All
a
right.
lot worse if somehow wasn't.
Oh my God, they would have been like 3 and
Dead last.
9. Yeah, they would have been terrible. All right, end of the episode. Army versus Navy final game. Ryan, any opinion on Army versus Navy?
I think Army's going to win it. Navy hasn't been good in a while. It's kind of crazy. They used to be pretty decent. I think Army's going to win it.
I think so too. I think
decent.
Army's just pretty good this year.
Yeah, Army.
Army got motivated after Trump did that one thing where all the good players can go to the bowl games. Go to the NFL and then serve. So Army got kind of a boost from that because they're like, well, I could just postpone this, and then by the time I actually join, I'll be like 40. So who cares? So what are they gonna make you do? Go to the Marines? You're 40 years old. They'll give you a nice desk job and friggin' you're a millionaire and you're gonna serve somewhere in New Springs, or somewhere in California at a desk job looking over an Air Force base. Whatever. All right, that's the end of the episode. I would like to shout out all our military members. Go. See, my grandpa was
Coast Guard.
My grandpa was in the Navy, but my other grandpa was in the Army. I'm going with Army. Go Army! Who are you going with? Navy? Army?
Huh?
Going Army?
Yeah, go Army.
Army, Space Force. All right. I just want to thank everybody for watching this episode.
Space Force going to get a football team?
Everybody else has got one.
Even Coast Guard has
the
one.
Marines. I don't think the Marines have a football team. Do they count as Army?
No. I mean, Coast Guard has one. I mean, I'm sure Marines. It's probably
Wait, the Coast Guard does not have a university.
Yeah.
Where?
It's like Division 3 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coast Guard versus Navy. Coast Guard versus Navy. Coast Guard versus Space Force. Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine. That'd be my dream. I would go to that game. I would pay whatever amount of money. I'd go into life crashing debt to go to that game. I would make sure I was there to watch Army versus Space Force. The end of the episode. Thanks for liking, subscribing. If you don't like and subscribe, I swear, I swear you don't like and subscribe. I swear. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Turn on that bell. All notifications. All of them. We don't even post that much. All. There's an ad after this video. Ad. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching the TNR Sports Show. I will talk with you soon. Adios, amigos.
Adios.
What's up, everybody? I promised you an ad in the middle of the episode, so here's your ad. Um, Thanks for all your support. There is no ad. I don't have any advertisers. But what we do have is a show that we were trying to promote. So we got, college football's over now. We're going to be moving forward. We've got NFL content coming your way. We're going to have college basketball content's going to be picking up. Coaching carousel stuff's going to be picking up. So be watching out for that. It's on Spotify. If you want on Spotify, there's a video version of that you can see on Spotify, and you can see and you can listen to it audio as well on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get podcasts. I believe we release YouTube. Um, we're on YouTube, obviously. I'm thinking about uploading clips all over, just get some traction on the pod, and we'll see how we go from there. So I just wanted to thank everybody for watching the TNR Sports Show. It does mean a lot to me. It means a lot to Ryan. We're both massive fans. We like college football. That's why I do this. We don't get a lot of views. We don't get a lot of likes and clicks, but we do. I appreciate all the support that we get. So I do thank y'all for that. So if you want to interact with us, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, TNR Hog. A lot of the stuff's in the description where you can find our socials. So thanks for your support. I really do appreciate it. Go TNR. Go Hogs. This is TNR Sports Show.